Okay, all my Virgos, here's the spread for your August 2016 reading. Oh, and happy birthday to any Virgos who, let's see, August, won't have any birthdays till after, okay, the 22nd, okay, yeah, because I'm trying to think, my mom's birthday is the 31st, so yeah, so we'll have some Virgo birthdays for August, Leo and Virgo, so happy birthday to all the Virgos who are going to have a birthday at the end of August. And this is the magical triangle spread from my little Deck booklet, and the first three cards are the current situation. Then the 4 and 5, that's how the current situation evolves and transforms, and then the last card, the 6th card, is the final outcome. Okay. So everything looks pretty good. A little bit of Knight of Swords. So that's good. Okay. So I've already pre-shuffled and cut the deck, laid it all out, meditated on the cards. I've had this layout sitting out for a while, trying to figure out the energies, because we have the 9 of Swords here. So I think what's happening is something that's been weighing heavily on your mind or your heart is well, it's coming to an end, because it's the 9th, so it's almost the 10th, so you're almost done and over with whatever this thing is that's been could be a self-hindrance, because you're maybe repeating just bad thoughts over and over in your head. Maybe someone said something a little off-color to you or off-putting, and you so every day I leave the house, I run into negative and positive, so you got to focus on love, right? So, and it looks like you're trying to do that even amidst, the storm, because you have the sun crowning your reading, and it's just, you being showered with and basking in the golden light of God, and just being enveloped with that warmth and that radiance, and it giving you, like re-energizing you, like a battery, okay? You're like a little solar chip, and you're like a solar panel, and you're absorbing the energy from the sun, and you're going to put it to good use. So, fun in the sun card, and it's August, and you guys will be having birthdays, so so get out there and have some fun, even if something's, a change of scenery might do you good, even if it's just going down, to the river that's near your house or something, or going to a different restaurant or whatever, it doesn't have to be a big, huge, dramatic thing, but just something to take your mind off it a little bit, and have fun, have a good birthday. And if you're getting older, I'm 40, but we're growing old gracefully, and we're loving it. We're growing, we're learning, and I wouldn't trade my age that I am now for being 19 again, ever. No, I love my life, even with, the struggles that I've gone through, and still we're alive, so we keep going through it, right? So, but the sun is always shining. Remember that, even when there's a storm, okay? Sometimes we get a little crack in the clouds, and the sun peeks out to remind us that above the clouds, the sun is always shining just like it's supposed to, perfectly, consistently, predictably. So that's why the sun, you know, it's a very comforting card, because it's like, you know, God, like Daddy being there for you, you know. It's like being Daddy's little girl and then being in Daddy's arms, you know. That's the feeling of the sun card. So, but then we have the Devil. Okay, so this is kind of like the Nine of Swords maybe that you're looking at. Maybe maybe there's something that you want to get out of your life, you know. It could be a person, could be a habit, could be a thought pattern. Doesn't necessarily need to be this huge, like, a sexual addiction or all this stuff. I mean, it could be something big, but most of the time when I see the Devil card come up, it's like, see, she's huddled here in this mass, and she's kind of cowering down and looking down, and there's like there's a mask right here, okay? So it kind of represents how we don't want to take a look at things, because we don't want to feel like the Nine of Swords and have these bad thoughts swirling around and around in our head. So the way to not do that is to take a look at it, you know, shed some light on the subject, you know, because the Devil is like, it's something that needs illumination. And so, but when you do that, you don't get trapped in this dialogue that just kind of keeps looping in your head, like a record that keeps skipping, you know. And but you have the Six of Swords, so that's moving on, okay. And sometimes, even though we don't know how to do that, no one's giving it, there's no guidebook, and even if other people have kind of been in a similar situation, yours is unique to you and the way you react to things and cope with things. And so we may not always know the best solution or the best direction to go, but as long as we keep moving, going with the flow, things will come. So keep moving forward, because the Six of Swords represents moving forward with not necessarily optimism or pessimism. You just kind of know you need to move forward to stay balanced, and the future is unsure perhaps, but you're moving forward anyway. And maybe stepping into some uncharted territories, because you don't want to stay stagnant, because that's, you know, nobody wants to. That's not a good place to be. You know, even fun in the sun with the sun card. I mean, you still got to go to work, pay your bills, or take care of your kids, whatever. So we need to, you know, the Six of Swords says we need to keep moving forward and find comfort in that too, that you have this power to move forward through whatever storm comes your way. But a lot of times we want to hesitate because if it's unknown, it may be scary. But don't have any fear, because good and bad stuff's always going to keep happening in life, or we could say things that are comfortable and less comfortable. But moving forward is the most important thing. So, you know, face what you need to face, illuminate it, get rid of things that no longer serve you. And the Devil kind of more represents you working with spirit, not necessarily getting rid of people out of your life. It's you terminating, extinguishing, removing things. You know, maybe you're clearing out your cupboard and you're putting healthier foods in there. Or, you know, I'm trying to drink less coffee. I only had 1 cup of coffee this morning. Usually I have 2, maybe 3. But then I cut, not have, you know, no coffee in the evening, and I cut it down to 2 at the max in the morning, and this morning I only had 1 cup. So, and I know my mom loves her coffee too. My sister and my mom, we're coffee drinkers. You know, most people do. They love their coffee, right? And so, you know, maybe you just want to drink a little less coffee or whatever. You know, maybe it's just because it can be a mood alterer. So, you know, there, does have caffeine, and caffeine's a drug or whatever, so it can affect your mood and stimulate you, and then you come crashing down. So there might be things that just are, maybe they're just not in the proper order too. It can seem confusing, out of order, chaotic, a disarray, and just like even literally getting your house organized and stuff could alleviate some of that. So it's not always like this huge, big, burdensome thing when the devil comes up. It's you working with spirit to clear the clutter, okay, so you can enjoy your life. So that's the current situation, okay? So, but you're moving forward ultimately, because the final card in the current situation is the Six of Swords. So you're moving away from this, and because the sun is crowning, you're really bringing that forth for yourself. So, and then we have, this is the Two of Cups. So this represents union, okay? I'm trying to see if there's two people in here. The way that art is, it's hard to tell because they're so drawn like into the tree and everything. But basically, I mean, this could be just union with self, you and source, you and God, your mental and emotional faculties, mind, body, spirit, so it can be, two people coming into union, literally. So there could be some love on the horizon, but I don't know if it's necessarily has to be romantic love. This could be self-love and just coming into one with yourself and feeling this self-union, this internal flow, and how fulfilling it feels to have that union. But you have to have it with self first before you have it with another person. You coming into union with yourself is you coming into union with all that is. Okay, so, and there's a little red heart here. So it's like her heart is exposed. Okay, almost like as if in when you have love in your life, whether it's self-love or love from a partner, and it's not, codependency or enabling and stuff like that, it's actually a healthy, decent relationship that you can learn and grow deeper and deeper in love with yourself and this other person. What happens is you can expose yourself and be vulnerable, and it's okay because you know that you have your own, but okay, here's the other person, this one, the brown one, facing this one, and she's got her heart out here. See, he's like offering her a cup. He's got his own cup. He's offering one to her, and so she feels cool and relaxed now, and she can let her heart be exposed because there's no fear in that now. And when you love yourself, you can be vulnerable. You can have a tender heart and know that there's strength in that, because loving yourself is very empowering. And then how the situation evolves, we have the Two of Cups and then Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords, it's heartache, it's heartbreak, but this swan here, it's almost a beautiful romantic thing, this bleeding heart of this swan, because it shows that you do feel, that you have emotions, you are a sentient being, and we all go through heartache, but we can't stay stuck there because that's not actuality, because things keep flowing and moving, and because the only thing that's actual is love. And so when we don't feel like we're being loved, respected, adored, admired, we can think, well, where are we going to get this from then? But remember, we can't look externally. We can't look outside ourselves to feel fulfilled. So that's what I'm talking about with this union, is kind of like being one with yourself, okay? The duality within, the yin and the yang within, creating that union for yourself. And that's what helps to cure and get over a broken heart. And I've been brokenhearted. I go in and out of being brokenhearted throughout the day. So it's just, you know, when you go there, you feel it, you heal it, you release it, and, you know, then you got to go do the dishes and other stuff. We think it's the end of the world, you know, the Nine of Swords. We always think, oh, when we're so hurt, it's like my life is over, and it feels like that. It feels like a kind of a death, but death can be a good thing too, because it's learning, growing, transforming, releasing. It's progression. You know, the death card in the tarot deck is that exactly. It's like releasing all the stuff, all the parasitic characteristics that aren't you, that never were you. So this brokenhearted, that's like something being done to me. But remember, whatever energy we're embodying, we're calling that in. And you can say, I didn't ask that guy to call me a name. But, I mean, we really need to keep ourselves in check. What energies are we embodying? What are we radiating out into? Today I was kind of negative, and then I was seeing that with people, and then as soon as I said, I'm going to only see love today, goddess energy, I'm calling in all the goddesses, that's all I'm going to see today is love. Everywhere I look, love, love, love. And then as soon as I did that, all the women, all the goddesses around me, we started connecting. They smiled, we were talking, a woman with children, an older woman, a woman my age with no kids. I mean, it all just popped just like that, instantly. So, I mean, you can manifest that instantly. Get your thoughts right, be in your heart space, and you'll see it all line up. And then, if you do get like someone who gives you a nasty look or whatever, you can just radiate that love from your heart space and heal them without having interacted with them at all, and you protect and maintain and shield your energies and don't let them interfere. Because a lot of times people, they're not aware. Okay, so we just have to remember that a lot of people aren't awakened and aware, and they don't understand energies and how to maneuver, engage, and weave through energies, and they're not aware of their own energy. So we have to be aware, okay? And then we have the Ten of Pentacles ultimately as the final outcome. So this is you having manifested everything within your heart's desire, through dreams, through hopes, wishes, the goals that you've set for yourself. You've maintained those and have followed them through to the end, and now you're at the Ten of Pentacles. And that's manifesting on the material plane. And with the Pentacles, and especially in this deck, there's a spiritual element. So when you're manifesting on the material plane, you're tuning in with Source, you're tuning in with Gaia, you're tuning in with your own energy. So there's a very deep spiritual connection, of course, between nature and the spirit world. And anybody out there who communicates with plants, animals, you can call it shamanism or whatever, but I've been like that my whole life, just always felt this really deep connection. And people are like, oh, you should have friends, and I just never really, yeah, I love people and I engage, but I never felt like this need to have like people constantly around me. And then, you know, being clairsentient was actually very difficult for me. A lot of anxiety, being around a lot of people at any given time. I used to love when we were in class and we'd go outside to write poetry or whatever, do our art, and we could expand and spread out, and I really enjoyed when the weather was nice and we could do that. Because I went to public school, you know, and there's 30 kids and whatever, lots of thousands of kids or whatever. Well, my school was a little bit smaller, but just, you know, we have to remember that everything's connected. So as above, so below. And with the pentacles, it's like that connection between above and below. So you're bringing forth ethereal energy, you're bringing forth the highest of intention and manifesting that on the spiritual plane. And if it isn't of the highest intention, you don't see it come to fruition. Because if it's not of the highest intention and according to your highest self, your highest good and the good of all, then it won't manifest. So you got to go with the God-grain flow and work with natural and spiritual law, and they'll work with you, and then you'll see that manifest as the Ten of Pentacles. And literally it can mean legacy. So once you've reached the pinnacle, the Ten of Pentacles, you can now give back. You've cemented this legacy that could last for generations, you know, possibly starting a foundation or something like that. So because that's the ultimate goal, right, is when we reach a certain level of success to now, you know, give back to the people that are in the position that you used to be before you got to the top. So and it doesn't necessarily need to be money. I mean, it could be a family business or something like that, or a foundation, something big, but it could be something small too. I mean, there's no small or big, it's just what applies to your life. So, you know, this is like the Ten of Pentacles is like, what's your story? What's going to be your story? What's your legacy? What are people going to say about you when you're gone? Were you a good person? Did you help? Did you give back? Right? Did you have courage to, the courage to give back? Because that can kind of remind you where you came from, but we got to remember where we came from in order to know where we are, right? So, you have the Two of Cups, Six of Swords, and the Sun. So, you're moving on towards love. Maybe that's what you want to leave as a legacy of love for all the broken-hearted. So I mean, overall it's a good reading. There's been some pretty harsh energies in July. I know I've been going through a lot, like being just body tired physically, and then having the juxtaposition of having like a lot of mental and spiritual energy and heart energy, but my body's just like, whew. So, I don't know if a lot of other people are experiencing that or had just gotten over experiencing that. So there may be a little bit of that element in this reading for you, but it looks good overall because you have the Sun crowning, you have the Two of Cups, and how the situation transforms with the Three of Swords, you know, the broken heart. But whatever broke your heart, you're going to fill it with something else. You know, something good, because, you know, with the Devil card here, that can lead to the Three of Swords. You know, the Devil can say, you know, make you think negatively, right? And then you're just going to focus on what that a-hole said to you, or how that whatever, you know, treated you. And you got the Two of Cups. So I think with that and the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles, it's a favorable outcome. And you just got to keep the faith and keep moving forward, like the Six of Swords says, you know, because the sun is always shining, and some days are going to be stormy. And those are the days that you're going to have to keep the faith, right? But overall, I think it's good. You just have a couple things to take a look at, maybe could be a big deal, be a big deal to some people, maybe not. Maybe not such a big thing. Maybe it's just a little fine-tuning and tweaking this and that in your life, clearing out the clutter, maybe literally clutter in your house or whatever, because a cluttered house is a cluttered mind. I think I heard that somewhere before. So, I mean, it could just be literally like that, little summertime spring cleaning. So, you got the sun there, so it looks very good, and ultimately the Ten of Pentacles at the end, so you're going to have a good story to tell, if nothing else, you know, and people who write, they know that all these ups and downs in life, that's what brings forth such good creative art, writing, music, plays, drama, all, you know, so, and my mom's Virgo. She's very talented, very artistic. She can do it all. She can sew. Make wedding dresses. So know that, okay, Virgo, you're very talented and you're Earth. So, I mean, you are the Ten of Pentacles. And because you're very analytical, my mother is very much that too. She's done like developed software, computer programmer, all that. So she can do it all the basic, all the technical stuff, all the, you know. So Virgo, you're very capable. So maybe it's just having some faith in self. Okay, have faith in yourself, and sometimes that's the thing that's going to pull you through. So, and have some fun on your birthday, alright? So, all my Virgos, I wish you happy birthday, and happy August, and until next time, I love you all, and my mom's going to be watching this one, I'm sure, so I love you, Mommy, and blessings to all.